Well, good Thursday, New Heart Church family. Pastor Matt with you on this Thursday afternoon. I have discovered something about the physical body that may come as a shock to many of you. You can do almost anything you want to do with fat, but you can't flex it. It doesn't respond, it just hangs there. It takes up space, and it looks like it's filling a valuable portion of your body, but you can't flex it. In order to flex it, you've got to replace it with muscle. At least that's what being told at my physical therapist, and where I'm trying to get a little bit stronger in some of my leg muscles there. Similarly, what you are spiritually is not really a matter of genes and chromosomes. It's you don't inherit spiritual strength. Becoming spiritually strong, powerful, requires commitment, work, personal discipline, and a good bit of God's grace. But the really good news is that you can get there from here, regardless of your past history, your old habits, or your family upbringing, or even your reputation. There was an article recently entitled "The Gym of the Soul" on citizenlink.com. And there's a quote from someone who says this. He says, "No matter what, you can overcome your past. With help, if you look to God, you can overcome your past and be reborn." Now, that statement wasn't made by a preacher. It was made by someone, well, you probably wouldn't guess. His name is Sylvester Stallone. That's right, a.k.a. Rocky. Stuart Shepard writes the article, and he tells the story of the turnaround that occurred in Stallone's life. He surprised the entertainment world several years ago by resurrecting the iconic movie hero Rocky Balboa. Wanted to do one last film, and while he was traveling and promoting the film, he had a chance to tell people how his faith in Jesus Christ and his renewed commitment to the Christian faith was instrumental in his decision to make that final movie. The article quotes Stallone as saying this. He said, "I was raised in a Catholic home, went to a Catholic school, and I was taught the faith and went as far as I could with it until one day, I got out in the so-called real world and I was presented with temptation. So I kind of lost my way and made a lot of bad choices." We would all go, yeah, no kidding. But Stallone says he'd been going through a change in his life, and he realized one day that he was wrong to place his career and his fame above his family and his faith. "The more I go to church," he said, "the more I turn myself over to the process of believing in Jesus, listening to his word, and having him guide my hand. That way I feel like the pressure is off me now." And admitting that the analogy might be a little pedestrian, he made a correlation between physical and spiritual fitness. He said this, he said, "You need to have the expertise and guidance of someone else. You cannot train yourself. I feel the same way about Christianity and about what the church is. The church is the gym of the soul." So what can we do to move from spiritual powerlessness to spiritual health? Well, we can make a commitment to spiritual fitness. That means we can make a commitment to our increased Bible reading, to increased prayer time, to increased devotional reading of material to help strengthen our faith. We can seek the help of people who want to help us reach our goal. One of the great things we can do is be accountable to someone for our daily scriptural and spiritual practices. So you can begin anytime. You don't have to say, well, it's too late for me now. No, you can begin today. You might have to crawl at first, but crawling eventually leads to walking. Walking eventually leads to running. Running leads to increased stamina, and before you know it, you're doing marathons and climbing mountains, and you're in great shape. At least that's what my PT guy tells me all the time. Paul told Timothy to think of it this way. He said, "Have nothing to do with godless myths and old wives' tales. Rather," he said, "train yourself to be godly. For physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promise for both the present life and the life to come. This is a trustworthy saying that deserves full acceptance. That's why we labor and strive, because we have put our hope in the living God, who is the Savior of all people, and especially of those who believe." So let me challenge you today to write yourself a note. Write where you are spiritually now and where you want to be in, say, a month, maybe 3 months, and 6 months. And then share that with someone so that you can be accountable. Share it with me if you'd like. And hopefully we can all increase that spiritual strength and be able to do what we need to do to make a difference for the kingdom. Looking forward to Sunday. We have our Zoom Sunday School class at 9:45. If you need an invitation to that gathering, just send me an email at newheartnazarene@gmail.com. Our morning worship service will be on YouTube, and we'll be looking forward to interacting with you, some of you virtually that way as well. God bless you. Have a great day. Looking forward to worshiping with you on Sunday, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.